have a look, if you will, at the 2025 Mr. Olympia Top 4. And if I'm not mistaken, sometime soon we... Oh, you see that? You know who that is. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a special guest to compete. He came in just to compete with these guys, Samson Dauda, Derek Lunsford, Hadi Choopan, and Andrew Jack. This is none other than Markus Ruhl, the big beast himself. Wow. This is a fan request. You guys have been wanting this one for a while now, and I was contemplating not doing it. Difficult to get these pictures of Markus Ruhl all set up. This is from 1999, you see. I knew you guys would want to see the 2002 Night of Champions, but those pictures are just rendered useless. You can't really use them in this comparison. But you know what? Here in 1999, Markus Ruhl was at his all-time best. I would argue that with anybody. His midsection was at its best, maybe even condition too. Look at the size of this guy. Look at his wheels. Calves alone could get him a victory over all of these guys. And arms, look at the bicep peaks. Not one person on this lineup can match arms with Markus Ruhl, Big Ruhl. Wow, no wonder you guys wanted to see this one. Of course, this guy does not rank very high. Back then, it was politics plus. You were not going to step on stage as a new guy and place in that first call-out. In fact, Markus Ruhl looked so good, I think they disqualified from the 1999 Mr. Olympia event. Did they not? I think he did. So yes, back to the discussion of arms. Why not arms? What has happened with the IFBB where they just do not look at biceps and triceps anymore? No, we just want the smaller midsections. Well, that's good. But I mean, my gosh, Andrew Jack, he's got some arms, and he was placing third, I guess. But it was probably not because he had the best arms in this lineup. Derek has the worst, and I am definitely awarding Markus Ruhl the victory in the front double biceps. Not only because of the arms. I just like his physique a whole lot better. Calves, wheels, back then, they meant something. You had to have a big set of calves. For goodness sakes. So let's get this criteria. We don't necessarily need Markus Ruhl, but let's change this criteria around. Let's keep the midsections, keep the tight mid. Oh, here is the next pose, ladies and gentlemen. I guess my editor's not messing around. He's pointing at his clock. You see, it's Friday. He likes to get into the savases. Front lat spread is the same gosh darn thing. You tell me. You tell me, is anybody beating him? Andrew Jack, as good as he is, he ain't touching Ruhl. This guy was a friggin' monster in 1999. 99 in particular. You guys probably, like I said, will suggest 2002, but his midsection, primo stuff. Transitions, I will admit, he kind of let it go a little bit. But that's nor here nor there. Derek, I mean... This is what we got. 2025. This is it. This is it. My soul, turn to the side. Okay. Is this a joke? What is that? What in the hell is that? Markus Ruhl, look at his far pec. Compare his chest with any one of these Tinkerbells. Not even close. Wow. Markus Ruhl, and check out that haircut. Look at that white top. Flat as level. It's as flat as level. But level really isn't level, is it? If you're using a water level. Because, as we know, you go back far enough and the earth is round. So nothing's really level. Except for Markus Ruhl's hair. And this is a pretty level victory. I'm going to tell you right now. For Markus Ruhl. Sizing, is it an issue? The guy was nearly 6 feet tall. He was Samson Dauda's height. I don't know how much he weighed. We'll say 450. He was under 300 pounds, I'm sure. No, exactly. Probably high 280s. But he was rock stone granite. You see, And muscles everywhere. Biceps, chest, calves. Nobody else even compares. I'm telling you right now, here's the side tricep. Same thing here. I'm telling you right now, if he doesn't lose drastically from the back, which we know it's coming, guys, we know it's coming, the glutes, it'll be the only thing, because he gets points for style as well. It just looks like a sculpture. These guys just look like sculptures. It's like today, they go into the gym and they do everything the exact same. They're so scared of some little guy my size making a video on how to train. I wouldn't make a video on how to train. I don't have the physique. But you see these guys my size going out and they put an X on one way of doing something and then a check mark on another way. Markus Ruhl would take those X's, check marks, tie them in a knot, and he'd curl them, is what he would do. And today they're just too scared of a little nerd saying, "You're doing it the wrong way." I think that is the most of it. That's why they all look the same. Cookie cutters. Markus Ruhl, he broke the mold, the cookie cutter. What have you? Unbelievable. Now that I got that out, let us go to the back. First and foremost, I will announce that this is 2006 Markus Ruhl, not his prime. Difficult to get pictures of his back. 1999, his back was a little smaller, I will admit. His conditioning was good. His conditioning looks good here. I don't think he's dead last. Andrew Jack type condition? Samson Dauda even? He just doesn't have glutes. He has pipes for hamstrings. Now when you compare the back with Hadi Choopan and Derek, yeah, he's kind of caught between a rock and a hard place here. The back, it looks a little more narrow than those two little men, which is, that's an onion in the ointment, I'm here to tell you. Good Christmas tree, nice drawn out back. He had some potential. He had the lats. His lats are lowly inserted. Nicely lowly inserted, what have you. Traps are good too. But no, he's not dominating this back shot. But he does look good on his own if you just look at the back pose. And lower half, calves, stomping on these fellers. Boys versus men. I've said it before and I will say it again. Now, here's the back double. This is 2004. Also, maybe not his prime. He has that Adventures of Tintin haircut. You can see. Little soft, I think, in the lower back. Looked like a nice drawn-out Christmas tree, didn't it? It sure did. But maybe just some lines and some wrinkles. Perhaps not the best version to use for Markus Ruhl. All those front shots and side shots, very overwhelming in terms of the comparison in favor of Markus. But the back shots, maybe not quite so much. So for you 2002 Night of Champions lovers, you guys just love this version here. This is it. He's tilted thusly, and you can see the pictures have like a comic book type quality. They're edited. They look like they're put through filters or what have you. But the conditioning, he's not peeled like the legend would have it. The legend, that is, the 2002 Markus Ruhl Night of Champions. The footage is just not gonna appear. It never will. It's like the JFK thing. That's what they're just looking for. It's the first thing people will do when they get a time machine. They're going to go back to that, and then they'll go back to the 2002 Night of Champions. Get some clear pictures of this dude. So yeah, and then we go back to the front. Markus Ruhl, he's a big Hostetler stud. He is a Clydesdale. Actually, no, he's a big German bull. But with that size comes responsibility. The responsibility of housing those big blockade abs, not unlike your Nick Walker's. So this is kind of like what Nick Walker would have looked like, except without the glute condition. It's about it. And much taller, more impressive in that sense. So Markus Ruhl, I guess you could give him a last in line in the abs and thigh if you're looking at silhouette. overall shape. But my soul, folks, look at these wheels, look at these calves. Big number 15, too. They even give him a bigger number. Ah. So, having said that, these squishy old abs that Derek provides, just don't do it for me these days. Here's the most muscular, and you might want to excuse the picture of Markus Ruhl. And if you don't know what I mean, maybe somebody could fill you in the comment section below. There's something going on with this Markus Ruhl photo. I usually don't use it, but I figured maybe if I don't talk about it, if I don't mention it like I am now, maybe you guys wouldn't even notice. But anyway, Markus Ruhl, crab position, made him shorter than everybody because he's bending over, obviously, like a dog humping a football. This guy's chest alone is bigger than Derek. The whole of Derek. Or all of Derek. All of Derek. He is a holy man, that's for sure. But yes, Markus Ruhl, in many ways, is destroying all of these guys. Samson Dauda, Derek, Hadi, and good old Andrew Jacked. But also, in many ways, he'd probably lose because of the back condition. He was losing back in the day. This is 2004. Of course, Ronnie the King Coleman, Jay Cutler, them two guys would beat everybody here too. So competition, there can be no argument, I don't think. Competition was better back even in the 2000s. 90s gets a little political, I believe. Like I said, new guys could not just place. We had Jay Cutler coming in, Dexter Jackson. Those guys were placing fairly low at an Olympia level until they get a hold of some politics. Get a hold of some. That's how bodybuilding works. Can't enter the sport and, my God, there's politics. Yeah, it exists. Just lately with Derek, with his sausage arms and flabby little chest and soggy stomach, has just got me irate. Lately. Let's hope that we get a grand champion. I should appreciate Derek and what he does for the sport. This game, I should say. Hit thumbs up on the video. Markus Ruhl, is he first or is he fifth? Have a great one.